What's up, boring business owners? I'm George Damanis. I'm not Desiree, obviously. Unfortunately, Desiree's not feeling too well. Asked me to help her out and come up with a video to help you guys out. I own an awesome little digital marketing agency called Uptempo Social, and today I'm going to tell you a little something that's near and dear to my heart. I'm going to help you guys come up with a hashtag strategy. Let's get inside so I can explain. Let's do this. All right, so before I talk about hashtags, if you're new here, what you want to do is you want to hit that subscribe button, because Desiree puts out phenomenal content for the everyday business owner. And while you're at it, you also want to hit that bell so that you get notified whenever she puts out that content, so that you're right there and you're learning from her, because she's amazing and she's awesome. And if you're in a subscribing mood, go ahead and find me. My link to my YouTube channel is below. I put out a lot of really great content. If you're into watching cinematic B-roll, if you're into photography, or just want to hear what I'm passionate about, go ahead and subscribe to me too, because I will definitely appreciate it. So let's get into the hashtag. So for a lot of people, they may find it to be a bit of a puzzle. So the hashtag is a great tool to drive reach to your posts. So let's talk about some rules and where and when to use hashtags. Now, all the social media networks allow you to use hashtags: Facebook, Twitter, even LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. So quick little extra bit on hashtags. If you look below, right below the screen, there'll be a couple little hashtags there. The way you get those hashtags there is by putting them in your, if you don't put them in your title, you put them in the body. So on YouTube, if you put your hashtags in the title, it's not going to go underneath the video. If you put them in the body, and you can put them anywhere in the body, I like to put them all the way at the bottom, and it'll publish those nice, clean little blue hashtags right beneath the video. So that's, and I'd keep it to 2. If you want to go 3, if it's really worth it for you, go ahead. But keep in mind, if someone's clicking on the hashtag, they're leaving your video. So continuing, where do you use them? So let's talk about rules of using hashtags on Facebook. So think about when you're on your own personal Facebook and you're reading somebody's content. How many times do you see hashtags on Facebook? What you want to do on Facebook is limit to just a branded hashtag. Be it your company slogan, something to that effect. You don't really need to use hashtags on Facebook. And I would recommend that you didn't, unless it's just your branded hashtag. So let's talk about Twitter. Say you just wrote this amazing 200-character tweet, and it's just missing a little something. Think of hashtags on Twitter like a garnish to a really finely crafted meal. It's just meant to sort of give it a little extra pop. And more than that, you could also use them to participate in certain things. If you're participating in someone else's contest, if you wrote something along the lines that's motivational, it happens to be a Monday, you could do hashtag Motivation Monday, Friday Feeling, hashtag Weekend, things like that. Just a little something to either participate or add a little extra oomph to what you just wrote. And I wouldn't go more than 2 on Twitter. where hashtags really shine and where they're really important is Instagram. For your Instagram feed, that's your grid, that's what's on your profile, that's where you're putting your highest quality photos, the best of the best, the stuff that isn't just the same as the stuff that you're putting out on Facebook. Things that are really going to grab someone's attention. Well-edited photos, high-quality videos, things where you really want to get your message across. So the hashtags on your posts to the feed can allow, you're allowed 30 hashtags, and I recommend you use all 30. Now, which hashtags, how do you get to that number? How do you get 30 hashtags? I'll explain that at the end of the video. Now let's talk about Instagram stories, because it's not just the feed, there's also the stories. On Instagram stories, what you want to do is you're going to click up here and you're going to pull up your stories and you're going to tap to add text and you're going to write out 10 hashtags right there. And when you're done, you're going to take it and you're going to shrink it until it's gone. If you're on iPhone, you can shrink it all the way. If you're on an Android, what you need to do is you shrink it and you're holding down with one finger when it's at the smallest point and you just move it to the side of the screen and it leaves the screen. It still has the integrity of driving traffic to your Instagram story. Then you also have the sticker. So you tap the sticker icon, you select the Instagram hashtag sticker, you type out your hashtag for your sticker. And you do the same thing, you shrink it all the way. Now, a quick little bonus tip here. What you also want to do is you want to tap that sticker icon one more time. You want to grab the location sticker and post where you're going. Now, if you're in some place that's a large metropolitan city, say Los Angeles or New York City, Toronto, you don't want to use New York City, Los Angeles, Toronto. If you're in one of the 5 boroughs of New York, Queens, if you want, you can even get even more specific. If you're a location-based service, say you're a local dentist, a local restaurant, actually put the town that you're in instead of the major metropolitan area, because what's going to happen is you're going to get drowned out. Go ahead and do that and shrink it down just as I did with the 10 hashtags in your text and the sticker hashtag. So now you have 11 hashtags and you have your location tag, and now your reach is going up exponentially. Where do you find the hashtags? Well, that's where the magic comes in, and that's how we get sort of demystify this puzzle. And some of you guys may not like the answer to this. And the way that you start to put this puzzle back together, well, maybe that's not the best analogy, but the way that you start is with research. Everything takes work. It takes time and it takes effort. But if you want to drive traffic to your content, isn't that worth it? So what you want to do is go to somebody in your field, in your market, that's killing it on Instagram. You should already be following them, because that's just quality, competitive analysis, competitive research. And you guys are good business owners, and that's what good business owners do. It doesn't matter if they're in your local market, but if they're in the same job field, if you're and they're killing it on Instagram, see what hashtags they're using. See which posts of theirs are working, see which ones aren't. Try to figure out why the posts that didn't garner as many comments or likes didn't perform as well as the other ones. If you can't figure it out, that's okay. Just go and see if the hashtags are different from the hashtags that are on their posts that are performing well. If they're using the same hashtags and there's a big disparity between their best performing posts and their least performing posts, chances are it's a content issue. Just the picture that they're using, the video what's in the video just isn't very good. And that's probably why. So the hashtags may still be okay. See what hashtags they're using. What you're going to do is write down what hashtags they're using. If they're using 30, copy down all 30. Go through them and figure out which ones are best for what you do. Then what you want to do is take some of them and do an actual search for the hashtags. If you go to the top of Instagram, there's a little spot with a little magnifying glass, and type in a hashtag there. See how many people are using it. So in addition to showing you usage, what Instagram will also show you is the comparable hashtags. So hashtags that are relatable to that one that you just typed in, and click through them and see which ones you like. See what's really important here is you want to make sure that there's no double entendres within the hashtags. So say you're in home improvement, and and you do siding. What you don't want to do is do something like hashtag shakes. So a shake is a type of siding. They look like individual shingles. And if you do hashtag shakes and if you search for hashtag shakes, you're gonna find smoothies, pictures of milkshakes, pictures of protein shakes, things like that. What you want to do from there is pick and choose the right kind of hashtags. And now what you're going to do is go to Google and see if somebody has actually written a blog about this. Best hashtags for use in photography. That's what I did. And that's how I came up with my hashtag strategy. And as it just so happens, there was a blog written that gave me 100 of hashtags that I can use in my content. And it's fantastic. And I wasn't paying attention. I seemed to be stuck. If you're lucky like I was, you find a blog post that gives you a bunch of hashtags. Then all you have to do is check them out. See if they are any good. Search them on Instagram. See how many people are using them. And if they get decent traction, they're not overused. They don't present inappropriate content. And there you go. You have your hashtags. So let's talk about those hashtags though. Some hashtags are overused. If you search for hashtag love is the most used hashtag on Facebook, and it has 1.4 billion with a B uses. If 1.4 billion accounts are using hashtag love, what do you think your chances of getting seen are if you use that hashtag? They're not very good. So it sort of seems a little counterintuitive. You think you might want to use the biggest hashtag because that's where the most people are seeing it, but it's actually not. Because the way that hashtags work on Instagram is it goes by time. So let's talk about hashtag placement, because it directly correlates to how hashtags work. You can put hashtags in a caption, or you can put hashtags in your comments. Now, the reason why this correlates to how hashtags work is because Instagram's latest algorithm update changed things to where it's time-based. So when you hit submit on a post, your post is going to the feed. People are scrolling through, and if you're waiting to put hashtags in, people who are scrolling on a specific hashtag that they may follow that you're using may have already passed where your photo is going to go. So in general, if you have your hashtags already in a document and you've copied it to your phone's clipboard and you pasted it to the comment and you hit submit, if you're really fast with it, you could get it in just around 10 seconds. At least that's how fast I was able to get it, being completely prepared and working on trying to get it into a caption, into a comment as soon as possible. Now, if you put it in a caption, it doesn't matter. According to Instagram expert Jen Herman, it doesn't matter where you put them. And either be it in a caption or be it in a comment, it doesn't matter. Where it does matter, however, is that time factor. So you want to get the comment in with all those hashtags as soon as possible. For me, I used to care about how the caption looked. I would rather the content be seen. So I have a thoughtful comment, I have a thoughtful caption, and then I have my hashtags. And I use 30. So that I know that my photo that I just posted to the feed is getting seen by as many eyes as soon as I post it, and there's no delay. Now let's go back to hashtag love. 1.4 billion people use that hashtag as of this moment. So you want to get a little bit more specific. So say you do hashtag my love. Hashtag my love has 55.9 posts. Maybe you do my love story. All right, now we're getting a little bit more specific. 73,800 posts. That's pretty good. That's probably along the high side of where you want to go. You want to kind of get around the 100,000 mark. You don't want to be too specific, or else you're going to get no eyes, and you don't want to be too broad, or else you're not going to get seen at all, because who's seeing your posts with 1.4 billion followers, with 1.4 billion people using that hashtag? Maybe because I'm from New York and I love New York, my NY love story, 21 posts. Will that be seen? Maybe. That's pretty much what you want to do with all the hashtags that you want to use. Yes, it's tedious. Yes, it takes time. But if you really want your post to excel and really use the power of the hashtag, that's what you have to do. All right, boring business owners. If you've hung out this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Desiree thanks you. Desiree, I hope you're feeling better soon and you get back to delivering this high quality content that you are known for. Thank you so much for letting me guest host your channel. So subscribe if you aren't already. Ring that bell and join her notification squad, and subscribe to my channel. If you found value in this, throw her a like. It really helps the channel. It really does, guys. And I wish you all a wonderful day, profits, and excellence in business. So that's what I got. And even though she can't use her voice, I'm going to let Desiree take it away and close this out.
Like we say, military life is never goodbye. Here to see you soon. So until next time, I will see you soon.
Deuces.